Okay, everyone. It's Rillin back. I'm recording this post commentary because there were way too many cuts. Currently, I made very little edits in this. What I did there was just place blocks to sync the original audio. Let's see, where did I start recording? It was about here. So, here's me reading the signs clearly. Uh, you should pause them if you want to read the text. I'm really not gonna read them right now. Uh, this post commentary might be interesting, it might be stupid, but this is basically just an explanation, a further explanation as to what happened with episode 5. Um, let's see. This will be my first, well, this isn't really the first run. Okay, the reason my bed was back there, was because I recorded a video before this that was about 7 minutes of me failing to make the jumps, dying, and being spawned about like 2 minutes from just that initial test area. So yeah, I moved the bed because it just got really irritating having to do that part over and over again. Okay. Yeah, and this is the only run that I show the full go on. It should fade out here. Okay. And this is the beginning of my death reel. As you can see, I tried this quite often. It, it, it just got so amazingly seated. Like right now, I'm probably not that upset. Well, saying I'm not that upset is kind of a lie. At this point, I wasn't that irritated about having to run from the button back there you have to push to make sure the door is open to back here. But as you can see, part of the problem, I think, is just straight up what is it? The controls. The jumping doesn't work quite as well. Oh, and that right there, if I'd made it, I would have gotten through the door, but no. And a lot of the times, I just straight up miss that first jump, as you can see here. It's 2 blocks away. There's slight input lag when I'm recording. And it just got so frustrating to continue to die. I mean, look, I'm already up to 10. Yeah, 10. 10 deaths. And there was 11. And just missing jumps. They don't give you enough time to get to the door if you land in the lava at all. Is part of the problem. Another part of the problem is that when I try to double tap the key, if I tap it too quickly, the character doesn't dash. And if it's just weird how it works. I don't think that this should have been timed at all. It should have probably, oh, okay. Looks like I cut there. That's a little shorter than I thought it was. Yeah, I eventually stopped recording, and this is the second video where I got to the door legitimately. So I did actually make it here. But let's see. Yeah, don't worry. It's totally safe to jump. Fucking liars. But yeah, this is the other reason right here why I've stopped recording. Oh, look, you just instantly die. And had I not done, let's see, is this where I'm going to do it? Yeah. Okay, so here's where I got straight fed up of having to do the jumping over the lava part and decided to just cheat. I mean, I've gotten really, really irritated with it at this point, and I decided to break a bunch of wool blocks to cheat my way over. And I'm breaking some wool. And I believe in a second I'm going to, I break the button. Because at this point, it's just gotten frustrating and stopped being fun. And I wanted to do something. I wanted to get across and see if there was anything interesting. And here's just me syncing the audio again in the second video. Okay. And, let's see what and then I'm going to place wool blocks over the lava, which turned out to be silly. I ended up having to replace glowstone instead later on after they burned up in the lava to get across. But every time I died in this part coming up required me to go from where my bed was through the little obstacle. It would have required me to go from where my bed was through the obstacle course and down into that shaft. And if I missed going through it, it would require me to go through it again. So this is where it got especially tedious. And I would have, if I hadn't started cheating, the video would have been over quite a bit ago. And here you can see the return of the death counter, up to 16 with the death before. At least, I think it's 16. It actually might be 17 at this point. I'm not going to fix that. And I actually made it on the ladder the second try, but one of the other problems is getting from ladder to ladder down here, I've found. Also, it's almost impossible to see where the hell you're supposed to go. Like, the actual spot you're supposed to go is that ladder that's on the right, but you can't even, I could not see the opening when I was recording, so I had no idea where I was supposed to go. I thought, well, I see that ladder over there. It's, you know, different than the others. Maybe I'll try to get over there. And, in a second, yeah, no, that didn't happen. Actually, I'm pretty certain the death count's correct. And here we get to the start of ladders. If you fall on top of them, count as a block. I did not know this, and it killed me several times. Up to 20. Here I just missed the ladders completely. So, got really frustrated with this part as well, as you can imagine, messing up. Oh yeah, and I'm on fire because at this point the wool had burned up, and I kept missing the jump again. Let's see, do I make it this time? No. I think it's this one. Let's see. Yeah, I finally make it on the ladder. But as you can imagine, had I not been cheating, having to go through from where the original spawn was, the bed, past the little trapdoor climb, past the push the button, jump over the lava, just to get to this part and die. Which takes, if you do it correctly the very first time on everything, oh, I guess I didn't die. I did die, well. But to get past everything takes, I want to say, about 4 minutes. So 4 minutes of wasted time every time you fail part of this. You can imagine how tedious that ended up getting. Okay, here's where I actually got. So yeah, I died 24 times total just trying to get through this section. Of recorded footage, mind you. I probably had about 7 minutes of footage that I deleted earlier on. That was just me failing. That's why the bed was there. Because I got sick of having to run back. So this is basically the rest of the footage. I don't die anymore, and I'm slightly less pissed off, but not really, honestly. In the original commentary, my readings of the signs got a little lackluster just because of how irritated I got. Okay, push the levers. And secret switch. I don't actually know what it says. I never bothered to zoom in. Let's see, where am I? Oh yes, this part. In about, I want to say, 2 minutes of footage, there'll be a fade out. So let's see. There's a control center there. There's this, I guess it's a water transportation tube system, like that Portal 2 stuff? It's been a while since I played Portal 2, but I seem to remember there being water tubes that you went through. Or was it the first? No, it was definitely Portal 2. To get to some of the different areas. Huh? How the heck did you escape? Do a little bit of commentary there. And, where is it? I hope that I fade out soon. Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. This video is about 20 minutes long. Well, probably 20 minutes. I have a little thing at the end that I'll commentate over, and you'll see there. So here's the vertical climb up the water. I'm not certain if even how these blocks were placed, honestly, because right here, okay, see, this is me trying to go over forwards. For some reason, you can't. Even though both of them look the same. Like, I can get to the back one, no problem. But for some reason, even though they look the same, I cannot climb over it. It's really, really weird. I don't know if it's a glitch, or if you're supposed to, like, do something special. Suffice it to say, I could not make it over this thing. I mean, the water's flowing against me, but I don't know why that would cause what's happening. Okay, and there's the fade out, yeah. So there's me. Right there I was dashing, trying to make the jump. And after failing so many times, I decided I'm going to break a block. I've already cheated. I'm going to continue to cheat some more to at least get past this. And I break this piece of glass right here. And as you can see, the water recedes not in the direction that you would think it would, but in fact away from you. I don't know if that's some weird MC edit thing, because I could not figure out how the hell you were legitimately supposed to get over that. Let's just say. Great, you're contaminating the water. Also, where in the world do you think you are going? You are miles below the surface. Just come back so we can continue testing. I think it said. Yeah. And that's me just, like, flabbergasted as to what the hell happened there. I think I cut out maybe like 2 minutes of footage there, but most of this is, you came into this facility and became a test subject. No one told you you had to do it, so why are you deciding to go and escape against? You put this all on yourself. You really disgust me. Ugh. Trying to read at the speed that I did before is kind of disconcerting there. This is why I don't like doing post-commentary, just because unless you watch the video a couple times to get a good rhythm, it ends up sounding a bit disjointed at places. Let's see. Yeah, the audio should be... That's fine. And this goes to the next section. I'd say that the level design, apart from the jumping puzzles in this, were interesting at the very least. But just the whole jumping... You know, what is that called? Not platforming. They call it something else. In Minecraft, starts with a P. It's gonna bug me. It's where people run across buildings, you know. Whatever the hell the thing's called. Paragliding, parasailing, parallax. Fuck, it starts with a P. I think. Well, I hope it starts with a P. Oh yeah, and I finally got to an actual checkpoint here, so... If I died, at least I would never repeat that god-awful shit. Yeah, honestly, for the lava section, they could have just put water underneath you, and it would have been just as hard, but not have the consequence of having to go through all that tedious shit each time you die. And after you make it the first time, there should really be a lever on the other side of the door that raises, like, pistons out of the wall, so that you... Or just like a lever that keeps the door open so that you don't have to do stuff over and over again for missing for missing basically a jump. Missing a jump, having to repeat 5 minutes of stuff is not good level design. It's padding out your game. Amazingly enough, I actually do get through all of this without dying. Spoiler alert. But, I do end up getting lost. So, there is that. So, yeah. I probably, around this point, had learned out of stuff to talk about in general. And just, started going on about Minecraft Ultra Hardcore. Because I've been watching that again, because Season 7 started. And by now, up to Episode 3 is on. But I really don't want to... like, put an annotation or anything like that and has spoilers. I imagine I could talk about episode 1 of everyone's viewpoint. Uh, I'm really enjoying that. I think the teams stuff works well for them. They actually got a good setup too. Good let's see, Good and BOO, Beef and Pause, Kurt and Zisto, Nebris and MC Gamer, who won season 6. And it's funny. I didn't actually watch any of MC Gamer's videos after the first one because he recorded post commentary and it got really annoying. But here I am recording post commentary, so I guess that makes me a bit of a hypocrite there. But it was and to be fair, him and Nebris actually make a pretty good team, and I didn't find his commentary anywhere as annoying live. So it's just, I imagine it's just, you run out of stuff to say. You're like, oh God, that kind of stuff. I can forgive that. It just got boring to watch. So, and who's the other team? Badge and Pyro, and I don't want to leave anyone out. Let's see, Beef Kurt, Badge and Pyro. I imagine I'm leaving someone out, and I'm sorry, guys, for whoever it was. Because I got Good, and Etho's not in it this season, so. Anyway, the teams work really well. The guys that they chose are really compatible with commentary. And I found it quite interesting, so. Given that episode 3 is up, I don't really consider this spoilers at this point. But, I can't believe how bad Badge and Good ended up being in the beginning. That was amazing how that happened. Just, that skeleton kicked the shit out of them. Just out of nowhere. Oh, now you guys have like half health. Been watching MacGyver again. I have the DVD set. Okay, and here is a fade out. What happened was I landed on this platform before, but as you see me looking down there like, oh, maybe there's an area down there. No. What happened was that I jumped over and didn't even see the hole going down. So I ended up spending like 5 minutes having to get back to this area, finally figuring out where the hell I was. And this should be around the end. You actually coming back to test. Oh wait, this is the only path you could take. I don't care if you're happy though, let's test. And that is pretty much the end of it. I mean, I go down to the end and then come back, but yeah. So that was episode 5 of the Cube Inc., the final episode, probably. The only problem right now is that if I want to record more video, I'm going to need to back up my game folder because I want to see if there's any more really awful jumping puzzle stuff, and if there is, I want to avoid it for the most part, And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I didn't like the jumping puzzles in this, frankly. I thought they were badly designed. The checkpoint system leaves a lot to be desired. I mean, I don't know. I don't think that you should have jumping puzzles over stuff that can kill you just because of the way the checkpoint system works in Minecraft in general. You have to have a bed. And this is what I was talking about right here. You could put water here and a ladder on the other side so that if you miss the jump, you just fall in water and go back to this beginning. And after that, you can make it so that the door has a lever on the other side to keep it open so that you do not have to do that stuff over again. Anyway, the video is coming to a close, so this is Rillin signing off. Hope to hear from you later.